Hi, I'm Kathy from the Delafield Quilt Company. I've got another easy, quick project for you, and that is this little mini quilt. You can also use this as a table runner, which I'm going to do, but I actually found this so easy and quick to make. I think I might actually make this again in the future, but in a big quilt format. Hope you enjoy the video. Since this project is so small, you really don't need that much fabric to make this. I'm going to actually use fat eighths, which are pretty friendly for this quilt. If you have those, that's great. If not, you basically just need 1/8 yard of pink, 1/8 yard of purple, 1/8 yard of yellow, 5/8 yard white, and 3/8 yard of blue. For the binding, about 1/4 yard, and backing about 3/4 yard. This finished quilt does measure about 23 inches by 35 inches, so it's perfect for a table runner. So I think you'll find that this one goes by really quick. Basically, we are going to stack our fat eighths here. And I'm going to cut all 4 at once. And I just wanted to share the fabric I'm using. I've got the Marvelous little light purple. I've got Honeydew for yellow, Cotton Candy for pink, and Icy Mint for this mint color. All of these are from Art Gallery Fabrics. I'm also using some Snow from Art Gallery Fabrics as well, which I've already cut. So cutting is pretty simple on this one. Basically, of the colored strips, with the exception of the border, we need to cut 2-inch strips. And we're going to need 4 of each color. So I'm just going to go ahead, make sure I've got a clean edge to start. And I'm going to cut 2-inch strips. I should have mentioned this earlier, but you want to make sure you're cutting the long way of your fat eighth. I've got all of my strips cut of the colors. And then for the white strips, you're going to need 30 strips that are 1 1/4 inch wide by the width of what your fat eighths are. So in order to maximize my use of my white strips, I'm actually going to take a few of the colored ones and I'm going to cut them in half and cut a few of the white strips in half. Because there's a couple of these colors that I don't need as many blocks as I do the other ones. And in this quilt, that's going to be the yellow blocks and then the icy blue blocks. So I'm just going to take one of the yellow strips and one of the icy blue strips and cut those in half. Okay, I'll put those aside. And I'm going to cut 2 of my white strips here in the same manner. So now the sewing part, this is going to go super quick since I've got all of my strips cut. Basically with each colored strip here, we're going to sew a white strip to both sides. And we're going to sew these using a 1/4 inch seam allowance on both sides. I'm going to just sew these really quick and then I'll show you what we do next. Okay, so I've got all of my strips sewn and now I'm just going to show you how I press them. And I press the seams open because these, when you cut them down, are relatively smaller pieces. So I just think it's a little bit easier to press the seams open when we're working on a small scale. And I'm also going to use a lot of starch on these just to keep these pieces really nice and crisp and so they cut nicely as well. If you're looking for a starch suggestion, I really like this magic one. We don't sell it in our shop, but just wanted to share that this is now my new favorite starch. Okay, now to cut these strips, very simple. Just start with a clean edge. You can even stack a couple sets like I did earlier, and it makes the cutting of this go super fast. And then we're going to cut these into 3.5 inch sections. And you should get a total of 6 of these from each of your sets of strips. Okay, now that I've got all of my pieces cut, I'm going to just show you how we lay it out. Okay, I'm going to start with this light pink color, going horizontal, and then a purple going vertical, light pink again, purple going vertical, light pink, and another purple going vertical, and one more light pink. Okay, then for our next row, it's going to be yellow, this time going vertical. Our icy mint green going horizontal, yellow vertical, icy mint green, yellow, and finishing with an icy and another yellow. And we're just going to repeat this in the same kind of color combination that you see here. Start with the pink on the next one, go to the light purple, and just repeat that process for the total of this. So there's 11 rows in total of this little table runner, but you certainly could make more of these pieces and make a bigger quilt. It's probably make a cute little baby quilt. But I'm going to use it for a table runner because Easter's coming up and I need something to decorate with. All right, I'm just going to continue laying these out, and then I will show you what it looks like when it's all sewn together. Let me first fix my little mess up here. Okay, I'm going to continue laying these out, and then once I get all sewn together, I will show you what it looks like afterwards. And this is what it looks like when it's all finished. I did add an icy mint border on this. I cut those strips 1.5 inches with the fabric, so the finished border would be 1 inch. I hope that you liked today's video. If you haven't yet, please visit our little online shop at delafieldquiltco.com and consider subscribing to our channel. Have a great day.